Welcome back, settlers.
Yoo-hoo!
This is
Hello!
this is actually quite a mo- what's the word?
What are you trying to say, Gio?
Monumental? No, is it monumental? A monumental
Oh.
event for
Mm-hmm.
us. This is our
True.
50th
Yay!
episode. Oh my lord!
Unbelievable. We've gone so far.
So
Mm-hmm.
far, this is
Eight
awesome.
times.
50 episodes. Can you imagine that? 50 episodes, and it has been a year or not yet?
I think
A
it's been
year?
a year. Of course, the
It's
pandemic
been a year.
lasted for a year already, Gio.
Right. Oh yeah, we had a hiatus for a few months, yeah, during the
Yeah.
pandemic, right?
That's true. So, wish us all the best, girl. I mean, settlers.
Gal. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
for our
Yep.
50th episode, we are actually going to talk about this is probably something we should have talked about like since last year, right?
Yes, that's
So,
true.
but why not talk it today anyways?
Mhm.
So we are going to talk
Better
about
late than nothing, yeah.
we are going to talk about Zoom fatigue. Yeah.
Yes. So,
Zoom fatigue. So it could
what does
be, well,
that mean?
Teams, it could be WebEx, it could be Google Meets, whatever platform you use. But the
Mhm.
term that scientists or people are using is Zoom fatigue.
Yep.
So
So,
fatigue is capek. Yeah, capek. Capek.
tired?
Zoom is
Yeah,
fatigue.
capek.
Okay, so what is Zoom fatigue? Before
Okay.
we go into that,
Mhm.
let me introduce you to our vocab of the
Vocab of
week,
the week. Yes.
which
So,
is an idiom,
mhm.
dead on your feet.
Oh,
What
what
does
does
that
that
mean?
mean?
That's my question.
Are
Please.
you dead on your feet, Gio?
No, not at the moment.
Not at the moment. Okay, thank God. Okay, so dead on your feet is an idiom that means to be very tired that you could literally fall asleep.
Yep,
So, yep,
capek pakai banget ya.
capeknya itu udah banget ya.
Yeah.
Now, after this is the example in a sentence. After teaching 5 online classes in a row, Kiki is now teaching dead on her feet. Like I could literally sleep while I teach.
Yeah. There you go. So dead on her feet. I don't think there's a
Yeah.
translation for that in Bahasa Indonesia. At least not the literal translation ya.
Yeah.
Tapi yang jelas dead on your feet itu artinya bener-bener capek banget, pegel
That's
banget.
true. Yes. And I have felt
Dikasih
that.
kasur aja langsung tidur. Yeah.
True.
That's dead on your feet.
Yes.
So we are going to introduce you with a couple more idioms throughout our podcast. So make sure to pay attention to our idioms. Okay.
Yes.
So Kiki, what about you? So how have you ever experienced Zoom fatigue?
Of course, like what I mentioned before, I have felt, or I have experienced this dead on my feet situation, whereby I have more classes ever since the pandemic, ever since we do this online classes. I have more classes than normal, basically.
Do you actually teach 5 online classes in a row?
Yes, I have.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So your last class is what time?
My last class is 9 p.m.
No, you finish at 9 p.m. or you start at 9 p.m.?
9 p.m. finish.
You finish at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, so how's that like?
The earliest was 7:30 a.m. Oh my God, I hate that class. But not the students, just the timing.
the schedule, yeah.
The schedule is just, oh my God, unbearable. So
we actually have a client. They start 7:30 in their time zone,
which is
6:30 here.
Oh my God. I feel sorry for whoever teach them.
No, you don't.
No, I don't want to. Never ever.
So, okay, just to be clear for our settlers, Zoom fatigue is when you are just so tired after you are on a virtual meeting on Zoom or Teams or whatever platform. Yeah, just to be clear.
and being in front of the laptop, sitting all
Yeah.
day.
So it could be a meeting or maybe a class if you're still in school or if you are back in school. So yeah, that is Zoom fatigue. I think we all have experienced that, I believe. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So what do you do about it, Kiky?
I would make a good use of my time, even though I only have like 30 minutes break. I would totally like just sleep for like take a quick nap.
Power nap, yeah.
Power nap for
That's
like
cool.
5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, definitely. I would stretch out a little bit, like do a little stretching exercise. And I would drink a lot of water and pee as much as I can, because of course I can't have a break when I'm teaching, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's one way for me to stay fit and dealing with this Zoom fatigue. What about you, Gio? What about you?
Yeah, me personally, even it doesn't really matter how many classes I teach, but basically after 2 hours I need a break.
Okay, so you
2
always
hours is like what,
stop,
1 or 2 classes, right?
Yeah,
I need a break. I usually just lay down, at least play one game.
Okay.
And then
so it relaxes you, when you play game.
Yeah. Although I'm still on screen, but at least my mind is somewhere else.
That's true. And you're actually lying down, so that
that is
you're
true.
having a different position.
Yep. Although right now my setup is a little different. My laptop is now raised, so it's somewhat eye level, and my chair is new. So previously it's just a laptop on the desk, right? So you look down, down, so it actually strains your neck, right?
Okay.
But now my laptop is raised, so I see the screen like eye level.
So did you buy a new table?
No, I bought this laptop stand.
Oh, nice one. That's a good idea, actually.
And then this chair is more ergonomic.
Oh, wow. I'm sure it's expensive. Oh, Gio is rich.
Oh, well, at least I did not boast it, so it is not vanity.
Oh my goodness! What? Okay, Gio. But you gotta tell me.
But office chairs are generally quite expensive, yeah. Office chairs roughly averages around
700?
$1 million. Yeah, 700 to $1 million.
The cheapest.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the reasons why we get Zoom fatigue. So the first reason is because we have too much eye contact.
That's true.
Because when we are in public, or not in public, when in person, I mean, we look at them in the eyes, but sometimes we look at the background, or we look to our left side, to our right side. But when we are on Zoom, we only look at what's in front of us.
I see. So too much eye contact wears you out.
Yes, there you go.
That's the idiom, yeah? Wears you out.
Wears you out. It means that you're bikin capek, wears you out.
Very tired.
Yep.
Make you feel exhausted.
Yep. And the second reason is you'll be drained. So drained is also an idiom. Drained means menguras tenaga, ya.
Yep.
You'll be drained.
Capeknya sampai tenaganya habis gitu.
Habis,
ya kan?
Yes.
Capek sampai habis tenaganya.
Habisnya pakai gas ya.
Habis.
Okay. You'll be drained because video calls are not natural because it's a screen, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And because of that, your brain works harder.
Yeah, I didn't realize that actually.
Yeah, I think this is something that we never realize here, but because you are on screen all the time, whatever you see, it's actually making your brain works harder. It really drains your brain.
Yeah.
Because on screen, let's say in a meeting room, you don't just see one person, virtual meeting room. You don't see just one person, but you see multiple persons, but multiple people with different backgrounds.
Yep.
If you're in an actual meeting room, it's at least one room with the same view.
That's true. That's true. Do you remember, Gio, when we played this virtual thingy, the one with the glasses on?
Or virtual reality?
Virtual reality. Don't you feel tired after playing that?
No, actually not. But in that case, it's actually quite different because what you see, it's just that.
I see.
It's like you are there. But on a Zoom meeting, it's like you are in multiple places at one time.
I see what you mean.
So that really drains you.
That's true. So the brain works harder, yeah?
It works harder. Another reason is you'll easily run out of steam because you don't move around much.
I see. What does run out of steam means? This is the idiom, right?
That's the idiom. It also means roughly the same. All the idioms we have today has a artinya itu kurang lebih sama semua.
Mirip ya.
Iya. Runs out of steam tuh berarti ya bikin capek, kurang energi mungkin ya, kurang energi. Runs out of steam. Because you don't move around much. You just sit in front of your computer. The only body part that moves are your fingers.
That's true. That's true. And your mouth.
Mouth and your eyes. Yeah. This part.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you don't move our body much, especially for a long time, your body also gets tired, right?
Yep. There. Of course.
That's true.
And so we're not going to list like a whole lot of reasons. So we only have one more reason for you.
Yeah.
One more reason for Zoom fatigue is you'll burn the candles at both ends when multitasking, especially if you work from home.
Okay, so the idiom here is burn the candles at both ends.
Yeah.
So that means if you imagine there is a candle and you're burning it, it means that you're getting so tired, right?
Yeah. Maybe we can translate it. We can translate that to cepat capek.
Cepat capek. Yes,
cepat capek.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Cepat capek. Nah,
Aduh,
cepat ya. Cepat is very cepat is very slang ya. Cepat lelah
really?
ya. Cepat
Oh
lelah.
my God, that is so formal.
So yeah, you burn the candles at both ends when you multitasking, because on a Zoom meeting you are paying attention to the person, and then you may be typing, taking notes, and then for some people they're also replying to their emails, they're checking their WhatsApp.
That's
and
true.
Then if you are working from home,
this is what I'm gonna tell you.
If you're working your home, you have to deal with your parents, your son, your daughter.
Oh my God. That is like completely multitasking, like being a mother at the same time and being a teacher all at the same time. And sometimes I have to make him, be quiet because he'll do some mess. He'll try to disturb me and mute myself and tell him to shut up.
You told your son to shut up? How rude.
He can be so loud. So, I mean, he's just being a kid somehow. So, yeah. It is multitasking.
So what suggestions do you have for us SETlers then? How can we overcome, or how can we combat Zoom fatigue?
Okay, so in my case, since of course we're teachers, usually for some classes, I have students who always switch off their videos. So I would switch off mine too. Why would I look at myself, right? So I actually have better focus as well if I switch off my video, and I can actually explain the material and everything without looking at their faces and my faces as well. Because if I look at my own face, I would be like really cautious and I would want to smile all the time. See,
yeah.
I can't even look at my phone. If I look at my phone, then my eye will look at directly to the phone, and the students will know that I'm actually not teaching properly. You know what I mean?
Why are you looking at your phone when you are teaching, Kiky?
Well, sometimes there's a message.
Now we know. You're not being very professional, are you?
And this is also my personal story.
This is going on your performance review.
Oh my goodness. But I still teach properly. I mean, I still teach with an excellent performance.
Oh, okay, I believe you. Yeah, turning off your video, I think it's okay to a certain degree depending on situation.
Yes.
But I think you still have to keep it professional.
Of course, of
Yeah,
course.
you have to
I
keep it
have
professionally.
students who enjoys looking at each other, and so
You make that sound so wrong. Looking at each other.
looking at each other. Well, I mean,
looking at each other.
uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. No. No. That's never
What,
mind. That's a
Gio?
different
What do you
context. Different
have in
context.
mind?
Different context. No. Okay.
Oh, dirty mind.
No, I was actually thinking about checking someone out. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so turning off a video, I think it's still okay. If you are really tired and exhausted, I think it's completely perfectly fine to if you just politely say, "Can I turn? I'm going to turn off my camera because I'm
Yes.
getting too tired."
Yeah.
If I turn off my camera, I will be able to focus on what you're trying to say more.
That's true.
But if
Good.
you're meeting like a client, for example, for the first time, I find it very rude if you don't turn your video on.
Yes, that's true. That's true. So, I mean, we have to look at the situation.
Yeah.
And if you meet someone for the first time, even if I just started a new class, I would ask everyone to turn on their videos. I would I would say, okay, guys, since this is our first meeting, I want to see my students for the first time.
I will kick you.
I know, I'm going to kick you out of this class if you don't switch it on. Okay.
What sometimes frustrates me is women with hijab on because I find it utterly ridiculous if they say, "I'm sorry, I cannot turn on my video because I'm not wearing my hijab." You know we are going to have a video call, so why don't you wear your hijab?
I know, right?
I'm sorry, but I find that very unprofessional.
Yeah, and lazy. Sounds lazy.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
you know we are going to have a
putting on
video
your
call.
hijab.
Yeah.
It doesn't take 2 minutes to do that.
Or at least cover it. If you're too lazy, just whatever, just cover it. As long as you cover it.
Blanket.
Yeah, whatever. Right? It doesn't have to look. It doesn't have to look nice.
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
Unless it's like an emergency meeting, like 5 minutes prior, can we meet on Zoom? And then he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not wearing my hijab." Okay, that's fine, right? But if it's scheduled, like, come on.
Yeah, I know, right? Be prepared. At least I would at least, not only wearing hijab, I would put on my lipstick so that I don't look pale.
Yes. Yeah. I actually noticed one of our co-workers, she always wears lipstick.
Really?
I noticed that. I noticed that, yeah.
Oh, are you talking about me?
No, not you. Someone else.
Are you sure that's not the Zoom effect?
No. Definitely lipstick. Because I can tell she doesn't wear much makeup, but every time she's on Zoom, she always wears lipstick.
I see. Yeah. Because it brings the confidence in you as well.
Oh. All right. So what's the next suggestion?
Yes. So the next one would be, if possible, schedule your meeting that best works for you when it comes to timing. Yeah. So you don't want to schedule a meeting at 9 in the morning or 7 in the morning if you are not a morning person, because that won't actually give you the best of yourself, your performance or experience, right? Yeah. So if you can, I mean, I know it's not easy to match the schedule, like you and me, right, Gio? Yeah. Sometimes it's hard for us to.
Yeah, it's basically just time management, and if it's possible, then schedule it to work for you instead. Yeah,
that's true. Because you can control.
What suggestion do you have?
Okay, so in this case, in a working environment, yes, if you're a manager, more meetings does not equal to being more productive. So
yeah, I heard about this. A lot of managers think that because they're not in the office, then let's have meetings.
Yes, exactly. It's inefficient somehow, because you're making people leaving their jobs, their main jobs.
Yeah, taking away their time. Yeah,
you're taking away their time.
Orang, yeah?
That's right, and they won't have enough time to finish their job. You see. By having meetings, lots of meetings. So I think minimize meetings and don't do too many what do you call
Micromanaging, yeah.
micromanaging, and just focus on the result and having people to work with on their own pace, really.
Yeah.
So this is for the managers out there.
And any other suggestions?
Yes, another one is to stop multitasking and reduce on-screen stimulation.
Stimuli.
Okay, stimulation.
Yes, the stimulation or stimuli, yeah.
Okay.
What does this mean, Ki?
So what I would understand is that, of course, when you are having a meeting, you're doing multitasking.
SETlers, just FYI, when she said, from what I understand, is because I made this episode. I did the research. And she's reading the materials.
I know, right? Damn you, Gio. Okay, so stop multitasking. I think this is also an advice for myself, to be honest, because sometimes if I get lazy, or if I get bored, I would scroll on my social media while eating at the same time. Oops. I just
Kiky.
Oopsie. Don't you do the same, Gio?
No, actually I don't. To be honest, I don't.
Okay. See, I'm too multitasking. I think that's one of the things that I need to stop, or at least reduce. I don't do that all the time. It depends. Again, it depends on the class. But sometimes if I get bored, I would just, scroll and teach at the same time. That will drain out my energy. That's true. Actually.
Yeah. Also, when you are multitasking, because a lot of our students, they also reply to emails when they're in our classes. So that's actually what causes, one of the reasons that causes Zoom fatigue as well.
That's
because
true.
You're multitasking. When you're in a lesson, just follow the lesson.
That's true. Yeah. So this is also one challenging moment also for our students, especially when they have classes around 2:00 until 5:00 during their working time. Or maybe in the morning, because they have to think at the same time, like focusing on the class and responding to their bosses or clients and everything, because they're still working, right?
Yeah. But most companies actually allocated training hours for them. So there actually is no reason for them to be multitasking. Although, yes, we understand you may be under a lot of pressure at work, but yeah, it will wear you out if you multitask. And because having like an email on one side of the screen and then your classroom on one side of the screen, that's a lot of information that's coming into your eyes. So that's a stimuli. So you want to reduce that on-screen stimuli.
That's true.
Apa yang dilihat di layar tuh dikurangi.
Yeah, I actually have a student who literally always turn on his video and working at the same time, Gio. And then I would call his name, and that's when he's going to respond and unmute himself and then answer. And sometimes the annoying one is that, what did you say, Miss? What do I have to say? What do I do? I have to explain him again. So sometimes that can be annoying. Yeah.
I actually have I had a student like that as well. And what's worse is that it's pretty obvious that her working laptop is not the laptop that she's using for her classes. It's another laptop. So she'd be like working like this. And then this. Oh yeah. And then
I feel like cheating on me.
I find it actually quite disrespectful. Yeah.
Honestly, yes, I do feel that way. But I have to understand, right? As a teacher, I have to understand.
That is why, that's why I never really bother to tell them. Because as long as you're responding to me when I ask you questions, that's okay.
Yes, he did show that as a sign of respect. But again, when he's doing that, I would rather not see him. Like, switch off your video, please. Oh dear, it can be it can be a distraction as well.
So there you go, curhat ya, jadi curcol. Okay. So now we're going to move on to our next part, is what if.
Yay. Yeah? Okay. So
are you ready, Kiki? So I'm going to give you I'm going to give you a situation. What if something happens, and what would you do in that situation?
Okay.
Okay. All right. The first one. What if your colleague came out of the bathroom naked with the video on?
Oh dear. Okay, I can only imagine
so what if?
you.
Yeah, I was just about to say, what if we're in a meeting and then you saw me naked coming out of the bathroom, although the behind me is not the bathroom, but yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and visualize that, Ki. Visualize me naked.
That I think my spontaneous reaction would be, cover yourself.
Very motherly.
I think that's the instinct. Yeah.
Yeah. I think my first reaction would be a jaw drop, like, what the freak is happening?
Who are you imagining, Gio?
Oh, please, there's no one hot working for us. Everyone in it is horrible, horrendous.
I cannot believe you just said that. You're going to get attacked by our colleagues soon.
They will hate me. Yeah? They will boycott our episode. Next, what if you accidentally joined the wrong meeting room, but you didn't realize it after 30 minutes?
I think that would be impossible. That would be completely impossible because, of course, I would be aware who am I meeting, and I would be aware about the link and everything. I wouldn't misclick a wrong link.
Okay.
Sure. What about you? Have you ever had that experience?
No, because I'm very socially aware. I'm the type of person that's very socially aware. So even if I accidentally got the wrong link, then I would like, the people's different, the topic's different.
Of course, like you would notice that in like a matter of seconds. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what about this next? What about this next one? Okay. I believe we both may have done this.
Okay, I would say this one.
Okay.
What if you double booked yourself for 2 different meetings at the same time?
I actually accidentally did this for a meeting, not a class, but a meeting with a client.
Oh, that is crucial.
Because the first meeting was not in the calendar. I forgot to put it in my calendar, so I double booked myself. Double booking is what's the bahasa Indonesia for that?
Having ada 2 meeting di jam yang sama.
Iya. Menjadwalkan 2 meeting
di jam yang sama, ya. 2 meeting di jam yang sama.
Yeah, so I did that. So what I did was I rescheduled the second meeting.
Of course, you gotta.
Whichever is more priority. That stays in that schedule, and then I would reschedule the other one.
Right. I think when it comes to rescheduling, people are much more flexible when it comes to online meetings.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Right.
Because they're always there, essentially.
They're always there, and they will just check on their empty ones, and they would okay, I can slip this one in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
The next one, what if your interviewer, so imagine you're in a job interview, what if your job interviewer did not have their video on, but they required you to turn your video on?
Okay, well, I think in this...
Jadi lo wajib nyalain video, tapi dia nggak nyalain video. Iya.
I would say it's pretty normal. I mean, really? Yeah, I'm the one who's being interviewed, right? Yeah, kan? Since they're the one assessing me, so I have to give my best performance by showing myself, and they would want to analyze that, right? They could have a better judgment of me when they see my face. I don't need to see them. The reason is, for me, it would be a lot easier for me to handle my nervousness.
Less stress, I see.
Of course, definitely.
It's the other way around for me, actually.
Okay.
The less stress, I do agree. But if you require them to turn on their video, then it is only professional that you also turn your video on.
I see. So when it comes to professionalism,
yes, it's just a matter of professionalism, really. Yeah.
Yeah, both have to turn on the camera or turn off the camera.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
it has to be both ways, yeah?
Yeah.
Not only one person switching it on and the other one is off.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine if you're actually in a face-to-face, in-person interview. Do you expect the interview to just close the curtain on them?
That would be impossible in real life.
So yeah,
It's
it's just a
like,
matter of professionalism, really.
yeah, I see. I understand what you mean, though. But in an interviewee point of view, that's actually an advantage.
Yes, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that point of view.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's all for today, everyone.
Yay!
Oh, shoot. I actually forgot to prepare the questions.
Okay. This is the question that I have for our settlers, actually.
Okay.
How do you handle your Zoom fatigue? Tell us more, because what we just mentioned, probably you have a different version of handling the Zoom fatigue. Tell us.
Maybe some of our settlers they drink tea while on Zoom.
Yes, like what works for you? Like I want to know. Okay, maybe we can do something differently, right?
Yes.
So
sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring, definitely.
Please tell us in the comments on our Instagram channel at English Today, or on our YouTube channel English Today Indonesia, or on our TikTok. Maybe not TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok is not much of viewers
or commenting. Yeah, so
comments,
probably under Instagram or YouTube.
That's true. Okay, settlers, thank you very much for listening and for watching us. I will see you again on our next episode.
We will see you again.
Yeah, we will. Sorry, we will see you again on our 51st episode.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Okay. Bye bye, settlers.